seeing Devin obviously getting up shots. Getting up shots and playing is two different things. What do you do today, if anything?
Yeah, it's his first time doing some on-court basketball work, so we'll see how he responds to that. He's making progress, but we won't know until tomorrow. See how he responds to today's work.
What do you have the status for tomorrow?
I think we're going to list him as doubtful.
Okay. Obviously, if he doesn't play, looking to get him back on the road trip. There's a Cleveland game Monday, and there's 2 days in between Boston. Is that stretch that you're thinking he could be back?
Yeah, we'll see. He's day to day, but we're hopeful that he'll be back, sometime during that trip.
When you look at just Boston, Kevin said last night, they have the best starting five in the league. What do you think makes that starting five special?
It starts with the MVP candidate, Jason Tatum, and not far behind him, Jaylen Brown. It starts with those two guys. Then you got White and Holiday, two of the best perimeter defenders in the NBA. I actually think Tatum and Brown are two great perimeter defenders as well, but compared to those two guys at the guard position, those two are elite, White and Holiday. And Porzingis just gives them a different dynamic with his size and rim protection at the basket, his ability to shoot threes offensively.
Yeah, any update for Josh, Maz, or you see Damian out there as well?
Just Damian's still a ways away. No change there. And Josh and Naz are making progress. I don't know exactly what they're going to be listed as, but unlikely to play tomorrow.
And when you look at bringing Ish back, I know you had said that you were high on his work ethic and what he brought to the gym. How was it for you to coach to a couple months in between to be able to bring him back?
No, we're excited to have Ish back. He's a good player. You know what I mean? And he just helps fill out our depth. If we get depleted, someone that we know we can throw in there that knows our system that can give us some quality play. And on top of that, he's a really good culture guy. He's got great leadership skills, great work ethic, and is just good for our overall team group and culture.
Kevin referred to it as a traditional point guard role that Bradley has more taken on the last couple of games. What does the rim pressure do for you guys in that role to generate the offense?
Yeah, you have somebody that can touch the paint with the shooting that we have around him. It's huge value in that. Huge value. So he's doing both. We said it last night post game. He's quarterbacking and getting us organized, and playing like a true point guard, while also just being an elite paint toucher, and generating offense with his game.
I won't go as far as calling it a blessing in disguise. The book is out, of course, but can this be a confidence boost for Brad when he is on the ball when Book returns to bring this part of this game more consistent?
Somewhat, but we made a switch, a few weeks prior to, I guess, Brad's most recent injury. When they were all three out there together, and Brad was handling the point. We got both off the ball, and it's kill mode. We had one of our best stretches of the year, and it's part of learning your team and seeing how all the pieces fit.
What's the difficulty of adjusting on the fly with the injuries? I mean, you wanted to be top of the West, but now the West is so cluttered. Everything's going on. Minnesota's got Cat out. There's so many things going on. How do you kind of adjust on the fly? It's already March.
You just know that everybody's going through it, and you got to adjust and win as many games as you can with the guys you have available. When you have guys that have to play outside their roles, it's always a challenge. But you challenge them to step up. You try to, just evaluate their strengths and weaknesses, put them in positions to succeed. With the groups that you have available, and like I said, just try to win as many games as you can.
You mentioned Brad being able to get down here. How important is that against Boston? The way they defend the perimeter. They need to be broke down somehow. And him being able to do that, how much can that help the offense in a game like this?
Yeah, it's necessary. You got to touch the paint. You can do it through action, but they're really good with their switching. Right. So they take you out of a lot of the two-man action if you don't attack it intelligently. Okay, and you can do that, but also in random action, have somebody that can break his man down and get to the paint. Is very valuable.
Coach, with the way that Jusuf has been playing since the All-Star break, is there something that you guys told him at the All-Star break that you noticed that he could do better, or was it just him realizing that this is the home stretch, this is what I need to do?
Who are you talking about?
For Jusuf?
Oh yeah. No, Nurkić is getting better throughout the course of the year. He's gotten better, in his role. and I've grown more confident in putting the ball in his hands and letting those guys play off the basketball. He's got a great relationship with KD with all the backdoors he's getting. But playing the DHO game and quarterbacking, he's another guy, that when you look at our team, you say we don't have that true point guard, but he's also one of those guys that can bring it up and play point guard, on certain possessions, point center or whatever you want to call it, where he's initiating, and we're getting a lot of that type of action. And I'm more impressed with what he's doing defensively. I think he's really grown with the coverages that we're asking him to be in. Attacking everything at the basket. Once or twice a game, he comes swooping in for a monster block and really energizes our whole group and our defense. And what he's doing on the boards is, I don't know if anybody in the league's rebounding the ball as well as him right now.
Coach, I was talking with Kevin and Thad about them being 2 of the 5 left of that 2007 draft class. And
Who are the other 3?
Mike Conley, Jeff Green, and Al Horford.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're the second oldest behind LeBron that are left in the league active. So do you have any memories of being an assistant in Indiana at the time, evaluating some of the players from that class, or anything about that draft class that you can point out?
Going into that draft, no, not off the top of my head. I mean, it's a long time ago. I remember those guys coming in. I remember KD, the discussions about Odin and him, and what he was going to become. I think everybody knew that Greg Oden would have been an elite, a center in this league had he stayed healthy. So I think everybody understood it. But I think there are also plenty of the Polynese MJ, comparisons as well, or Sam Bowie, I guess, right? Sam Bowie, MJ comparisons as well was like. It's tough to pass on Kevin Durant. You saw what he became throughout his career. So that's probably the first thing that comes to mind.
Thanks, Coach.